This CNN podcast is brought to you by the UPS Store, your place for document services and a whole lot more.
Welcome to this version of the podcast. I'm Robin Meade, and this is Robin Meade Express. We're right in the middle of a noisy headline newsroom where we are having a mixer today to make sure everyone knows each other. It's a good place to work. But our top story today, things not to say at work.
Your boobs look great in that dress.
You need to work here because we have food like this. Ribs. Anyway, also in this version of the podcast, what kind of person starts their night with George Strait and ends her night in a karaoke bar? All your life you've never seen a woman where not even all of the songs are in English. And then, did all of the crazies come out in one night? You got to see the asinine DUI stories we had in one day.
So you called 911 or he called 911?
Well, he wanted me to call 911 because he thinks I'm too drunk to drive.
But first, and here we are in the headline news control room, by the way. Super Tuesday's upon us this week. And while everyone's going to talk about the presidential race, I got to thinking about who could be vice president. You have on the Democratic side, John Edwards, who seems up for grabs now that he left the Democratic race for the presidency and the presidential nomination there. And then on the Republican side, Rudy Giuliani seems ripe for the taking. But think about it. You would have to put all your rivalry aside, forget everything everyone said in all debates that might have ticked you off, and do what's best for your party. That's got to be a little difficult. And I wonder, how likely is it that maybe someone could cross party lines and pick a moderate from the other side to appeal to a wider group? I don't even know if it's allowed, much less if it's even plausible. What not to say at work? You know, we asked some of our colleagues here their favorite lines that you should not say at work after we had a story listing the worst things you could say for your career. And here's the way it played on TV. I had a dream about you last night. You ever tell a coworker that? Well, don't! An article on CNN.com got us thinking, what are some of the worst things that you can say at work? Career Builder says an off-the-cuff remark can sink your career. They say, watch out for, that's not my job, it's not my fault, or don't tell anyone I said this, but, and of course, I got so trashed last night. Not something you want to tell the boss. But I got to tell you that our team came up with way better lines about what not to say at work. We even saw one in progress.
I ended up grabbing your...
When I was waiting tables, a customer once asked me how fresh the venison was, and I said our cook hit it on the way in.
Your boobs look great in that dress. Not directed at me, though.
I used to work in sports, and an old sportscaster used to say when another sportscaster of the opposite sex would come in, we need to get the broad out of broadcasting. Wasn't me, used to say it jokingly, but totally inappropriate, don't you think?
But honey, that only got the ball rolling for our viewers. Check out some of the emails that I read on the air from you. Linda from Tennessee's already emailed us saying, one of the worst things said to me at work was during an interview from a male assistant vice president who said, I didn't hire you for your body. No! Brian from Wisconsin writes us saying, my foot is in my mouth more than it's out because I tend to think out loud. How about, wow, it's really cold in the freezer when you don't have underwear on. Or would you like your breasts original or extra crispy? Personally, I once said to an anchor at work, how's it hanging? When I meant to say, are you hanging in there? I'd never met him before. It wasn't Chuck.
More is the pity.
First though, let me take you on a musical journey that I had recently where I went from a professional country concert to a downright loony experience at a karaoke joint, all in one night. First, it was Little Big Town. Then, George Strait. But our night ended up in a karaoke bar because my husband was hungry. He didn't even care that most of the songs were even in English. But now, come close as I want to show you the crowd's reaction to my father-in-law as he did his Woolly Bully World Tour.
Woolly bully, woolly bully, yeah. Woolly bully, woolly bully.
And he was a hit. It left me no choice but to perform my version of Let's give them something to talk about and Rihanna. You want to talk about a night of diverse musical appreciation. You know, one of the things that I love working at Headline News is if we have a story and you have a reaction, I can just blurt out what I feel without influencing you. And that was what I had to do recently when we had a story about 2 DUIs. It was just zany. And I just had to say, did all the crazies come out in one night? See if you feel the same way. Here's the first story about a woman who called 911 on herself. A woman called 911 to report a drunk driver on the road, but she was the one driving. Wisconsin police say that the woman's boyfriend told her to report herself. Well, dispatcher called back after she hung up on 911.
I know somebody could follow me home because somebody seems to think I can't drive home straight.
Okay, why is that?
Oh, he seems to think I'm too intoxicated to drive.
Okay, and so you called 911 or he called 911?
Well, he wanted me to call 911 because he thinks I'm too drunk to drive.
Can you believe that? Well, the woman asked to hang up because she didn't like to drive and talk on the phone at the same time. That's dangerous. She's charged with drunk driving. And the second story is a dude who went to the liquor store on his lawnmower. In more bizarre DUI news, a man was charged with drunk driving after he drove through a snowstorm on his lawnmower because he had to make it to the liquor store. Police in Michigan say that he downed 2 bottles of wine and then was caught with 4 more, just kind of packing all these bottles of wine when he was arrested. He says that he took the lawnmower because his wife had the car. You know, the truth of the matter is we like to include stories in the newscast that make you go, I am normal. I am smart. It's time for our email segment. My shoes are killing me today.
It happens.
Look how hot they look, though. Yeah, they're good for about an hour, and then you're like dying.
I normally go for a 2-inch.
Yeah, stay away from the 5-inch.
Okay,
What
first email question. This one comes from Eli Manning in New York.
Eli Manning, huh?
Robin, how could you pick the Patriots? Well, actually, no, Robin, thank you for picking the Patriots to win on Sunday. You really boosted our spirits this week.
Okay, here's the deal. Every time I pick a team to win, they lose. Today we had a story that a camel picked the Giants to win.
Yeah, see? That's why it's going to be, see?
That's not very logical because the Giants all have the flu. Keith screams, thanks a lot, you've doomed my Patriots. Doomed them. Anyway, what else you got?
Here are the real emails. Hi, Robin. I love the outfit you're wearing on the show this week. Just wondering if you wouldn't mind telling me the designer shop it's from.
Oh, I think she meant on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
On Tuesday? Okay, I'm glad she likes it. It's a little navy blue ditty from BCBG is the designer. I don't know, I think I got it at Macy's. Yeah, nothing special, you know, just got it there, but I'm glad she likes it.
Hey, can't go wrong with that.
Sucks it in all the right places.
This one comes from your recent trip to Vegas. Robin, please tell me what your talent was when you were in the Miss America pageant. I sure wish I could have been there to see you. Thanks for the show.
Oh, honey, my talent, okay, I was Misbehavin', Misdemeanor, and Misspoken. Those were my titles. And I sang. I sang the Liza Minnelli version of Alexander's Ragtime Band. What a rip! Today I would never do that. Today I would do like a country ballad or something.
Probably.
Yeah, and I can't display it now because my voice is still shot from Vegas.
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, that's why I can't display my second place finish in the Mr. FBC competition back in '99. Bum knee. Okay, here we go. Robin, I couldn't help but notice the way you cross your legs. It looks like it hurts.
This is my little secret, Keith, and I think you probably know this. I have a way of sitting skinny on the set, okay? Now, this would be the natural way to sit, or maybe this, but no. This makes you look skinnier on TV. Now, all the rest of the anchors are going to know my secrets. Yeah, see, TV likes angles, so there you go. See, I look like I have some height to. Try it, Keither. Try it. Turn around, show the camera. Now, honey, your face is turning blue.
It's not the only one that's turning blue.
Oh my God.
Oh.
It is time now to end this little podcast. Good to see you all. Someone we need help for Keith. And we will see you on the air Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern.
You have a small business, and tomorrow you have a big meeting. You've written a great presentation, but now you need someone to put it together perfectly.
Don't you worry about a thing.
You need the UPS Store. Professionals who can print, copy, collate, bind, and more. So while you worry about what tie looks good, let the UPS Store worry about making your business look good. That's our thing.
Don't you worry about a thing.
The UPS Store, the place for document services and a whole lot more.